Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In the last video, we arrived at Zwaardust region. I'm not sure whether I pronounced it correctly, but anyway, you know what I meant. Now, we are going to stay overnight here to be able to find out what's the dream that everyone's talking about. So, let's begin.
Despair. I am helpless, powerless, bound by the chains of regret. If only I could go back, I would gladly accept eternal damnation just to go back to that day.
Please, hear my plea. You must free this restless knight from his prison of despair.
So we all had the same dream, eh? Just like people have been saying. The poor knight bemoaning his fate, asking to go back.
Oh, it was tragic. He looked so desperate. I wish there was something we could do to help, but we don't know who he is, or even where he is.
Maybe not. But that was Dracilian armor he was wearing. There's no doubt about that. What do you say, laddie? Shall we go and see what's become of Dundrasil now that this blasted darkness has engulfed the world?
Rest. So this is good. We now just need to get into the ruins of Dundrasil and find out who is the knight.
This place was in ruins the last time we came. But this is something else. It fair breaks my heart. Where was I? Yes. It should be around here somewhere. Would you boys do me a favor and shift this little lot?
Well, don't just stand there, darling. If I'm getting my hands dirty, you are too.
Fine, fine, let me help.
Where does this stairway lead, Lord Robert?
To an underground passage that runs beneath the castle. It was meant to allow the royal family to flee should Dundrasil ever come under attack. Right. Let's get in there and see if we can find some clues to the identity of our restless knight, shall we?
Such pain,
Here he is.
such despair.
What is that?
How dare you? How dare you return here? Be gone, servants of evil! You took everything. You destroyed everything. You monsters! I will never forgive you!
I'm keen to have a wee chat with our friend here, but something tells me he's got other things in mind.
Seems like we need to have a battle with him.
Such despair.
Quickly finish up this battle.
Such pain. You took my beloved Eleanor. You took my boy. I will never forgive you!
Eleanor.
He is our father.
That's the old queen's name, which would make you...
Erwin, last king of Dundrasil. Just as I thought.
He's
A
the
great
hero
man,
father.
and a fine warrior too, as you've just witnessed. And, most importantly of all, your father. I'm sorry the two of you had to meet like this. What happened to you, Erwin? Come on, laddie. Look at me. What in the...
At last you have come. Long have I waited for a kindly soul to free my restless knight from his misery.
The voice from the dream.
You are correct, of course. Before you kneels Erwin, King of Dundrasil. All those long years ago, on that darkest of days, he fought to the last. The light of justice sustained him, and he refused to yield to the darkness. But with time, that light has waned, and all that remains is the tortured soul you see before you. Lost between light and dark, life and death. I beg of you, help him, free him from his nightmare. Shine the light of hope into the darkness of his despair.
The voice. It's gone again. Who is she?
Anyway, we don't
That'll have to wait.
we don't care
here
about
needs
who
our
she
help.
is right now. We just need
But
to
what are we
help
supposed to do to help him?
the hero's father.
Do I smell fresh meat? It's been a while. Years, in fact. Well then, I need to make you nice and miserable before I devour your tender torment. Watch and despair. Such pain, such anguish. I am helpless, powerless, bound by the chains of regret.
King Erwin, it is a great honor to be invited to celebrate this most special of days with you.
The birth of your son and heir is a source of great joy and happiness to us all. Congratulations, Your Majesty.
Thank you. Thank you. Aye, this is a momentous day for Dundrasil. I am truly humbled to be lucky enough to celebrate it with you all. My dear Sultan, King Gustav, allow me to welcome you both to Dundrasil. You honor us with your presence.
The honor is all ours, King Erwin. Truly, it has been far too long. 1,000 thanks for preparing such lavish festivities. Though, of course, we are not here merely to celebrate. Today's colloquy of kings shall determine the fate of Erdrea for generations to come. I, for one, mean to see that my people's interests are well represented. You will forgive me if I grow a little passionate at times.
It is the first time the rulers of the four kingdoms have ever gathered under one roof, you know. A momentous occasion indeed. But the reason itself
in
is
one
a
roof.
momentous one, of course.
So,
The birth of an
one is from
heir
the
to
desert,
title
and
of
I
luminary
believe now
is an
King
event
Gustav
of
is
unparalleled significance.
from Snabble
Indeed it
him.
is. Thank you once
winter-
again for agreeing to meet so readily. Now,
The winter
I have some final preparations
kingdom.
to make before we convene the colloquy. I will come and fetch you when we're ready
And
to
I
begin.
believe the other one is
Guards!
King
I
Carnelian.
don't suppose any of you have seen
He's
King
from
Carnelian.
Dundrasil. Okay.
Yes, sire. King Carnelian is walking the grounds with Lord Robert, sire.
King Carnelian, Lord Robert, I will be convening the colloquy shortly, if you'd like to make ready.
Lord Robert informs me that the boy bears the mark. That he is the luminary reborn.
That's right, aye. I've decided to present him to you all at the colloquy. The sight of so many people gathered to celebrate his birth has brought home to me how important he is. How much hope the light he brings represents.
Save it for the meeting, Erwin.
Don't take it to heart, laddie. The fate of all Erdrea hangs on the luminary now. Not everyone's going to be happy about that. Right, it's nearly time. Why don't you
Is
go
that the
and fetch the wee
reason
one from
why
Helena's
King
chambers?
Carnelian becomes bad? Well, we know that's not it because we know King Carnelian was possessed by Vortigern. So, what happens? We will soon find out.
He's so tiny. Can I touch him, Lady Eleanor? I promise I'll be careful.
I think he likes you, Jade. He wants to play. He's a very special boy, you know. They call him the Luminary. People have all sorts of hopes for him. But I just hope he grows up to be like his father. That he can help people to overcome their problems. Just as Erwin does.
I hope he grows up to be nice and kind like you, Lady Eleanor.
Why it's raining all of a sudden?
King Erwin!
The colloquy's about to start, Eleanor. Will you hand me the wee one? All right, wee man. Let's go and talk to some scary old men, shall we? Don't worry. Daddy'll look after you.
Oh, Erwin. You don't need to hold on to him so tight, you know. Let the poor boy breathe. Would you look at it thundering away out there? And on such a special day, too. It's making me feel uneasy.
Come on now, Helena. There's nothing to worry about. We'll keep you safe no matter what, won't we, wee man?
And what about me,
Hey, you don't need me to protect you, Jade. You've got King Carnelian. Your dad's a force to be reckoned with, and no mistake. Right. We better get this meeting started. I'll see you later, Helena.
Good luck. Both of you.
This child, he is the one?
He bears the mark. There's no mistaking it.
I believe this is the first scene that we saw
Dark One
when
riseth,
the castle
tree descendeth,
was under attack.
luminary,
So
man defendeth.
we will soon
Light's
find
mark
out
shineth,
the story,
hand
like the complete
extendeth.
story behind
his
all
coming,
of those
Black
first scenes.
night endeth.
The final poem in the Book of Erdwin.
The legends tell us that the Dark One was defeated by the Luminary in the Age of Heroes, bringing eternal peace to the world. But, as I'm sure you haven't failed to notice, monsters walk the land once more. The peace of Erdrea is under threat.
The kingdom of Zwaardust has already fallen at the wicked creature's hands, and King Arnut with it. He will be sorely missed.
And now a child has been born who bears the mark. Which brings us to a reason for gathering here today. What does all this mean for Erdrea?
You speak of the Dark One, of monsters running wild, of the peace of centuries crumbling. But surely, the birth of the child signals an end to our woes. Now that the luminary is among us, the balance can be restored, the peace can be maintained. All is well, is it not?
You believe that the presence of the luminary will ensure that peace prevails. Can you be certain? Forgive me, Lord Robert, but the Book of Erdwin contains another poem concerning this matter, does it not?
It does. The very first poem. The prophecy. World tree's gift, first of many, bold, bright, blessed luminary. Thy light doth a shadow cast. Lo, the Dark One, bleak, black, vast.
What are the two of you implying? That the luminary causes the appearance of the Dark One?
Without light, there cannot be shadow. Without darkness, the stars cannot shine. This has always been the way of the world. Darkness and light must coexist. So, indeed, the birth of the luminary may well be what causes the Dark One to awaken.
You
dare to imply that my son is somehow the source of our troubles? That the Luminary isn't a force for good?
Can we be certain that he is? Evil does not always take a monstrous form, after all. You must have noticed the sinister glow emitted by Erdwin's lantern of late. Ever since your child was born, in fact.
What are you trying to...
The star sings at night, you know. I have heard it. It sings of Erdria's destruction.
This is not good.
Okay.
Oh, don't you start.
Ominous footsteps approach. We all hear them. As the leaders of this world, we owe it to our people to root out even the slightest hint of evil at its source. Even when that source is painfully close to home.
Why don't you just come out and say it? You're asking me to kill my own son. My own flesh and blood. Something happened. Not long before the child was born. I'm sure some of you saw it. A great, blinding light shot up from Yggdrasil and set the sky aglow.
Wow.
For a moment, it seemed that night had become day. We saw that same light on the evening he was born. It was shining from the mark on his hand. The child is a force for good. I have never been more certain of anything. He did not give rise to the darkness. He was sent to drive it out. Light and dark are not two sides of the same coin. The light of the Luminary is a gift.
Well done, King Irwin, well done.
That will cleanse the world of evil.
A rousing performance indeed. Of course, if you had shown even a whit less conviction, we would have had no choice but to remove the child from your care. The Luminary is the child of Yggdrasil. He alone can bring light to the world. He must be protected at all costs.
Really, really nice.
I hope you will forgive us our little test, but we had to be sure how strongly you believed. Your face.
I am satisfied. Send him to Heliodor when he comes of age. He will be trained in all that he will need to fulfill his destiny. We must confer upon the Luminary the power to lead us all.
King Carnelian, everyone, I don't know what to say.
This is a good sign.
Very good. The most pressing item on our agenda is dealt with, and it ended just as I knew it would.
Now the matter is settled. Our kingdoms are united in their purpose.
Let all be as Yggdrasil wills it.
That concludes the colloquy. Now, all that remains is to introduce the Luminary to his adoring public.
Thank you, King Carnelian. My friends, I'd like to thank you all for coming. Now,
Your Majesty!
What's going
is
on?
it?
Yes, the monsters. The
You must
monster is
flee
coming.
the palace immediately. Monsters! Hundreds! Hundreds of monsters! Ah.
We're under attack. Everyone, we have to get out of here now.
Where is the luminary, Worms? Give him to us.
They have come in force, but they shall not have the child. Lord Robert and I will keep them at bay. Take Eleanor and the child and flee the castle. Now!
But King Carnelian, this is suicide!
You need not fret on my behalf. I am not in my dotage just yet. Now go!
Okay, let's make our run.
Thank you. Both of you.
King Erwin, there you are! We were so worried.
You're alive. Oh, thank the heavens. When we saw the monsters coming, we feared the worst for you both.
Never mind that now. We need to get out of here, all of us. Come on. No matter what happens, I will get you out of here. I promise. Let's go. We should be able to get out through here. Oh.
This is bad, come on.
I feel his presence. I sense him.
This is the reason why Eleanor ran away from the castle.
There can be no escape.
Just you try and take him.
The monsters are everywhere. What are we going to do, Erwin?
If they've made it this far around the castle, they must have the place surrounded. We'll have to use the tunnels. This way. I think this was the one. Quickly, in we go, before the monsters find us. Time to make a break for it. I'll deal with him. Get out of here. Quickly!
But
Run! And don't look back!
That's the reason why he's
You
here.
despicable creatures. Do your worst. You won't get past me! And stay down. Right. Time to get after Eleanor. King Carnelian? Over here, Your Majesty! King Carnelian? What in the...
Oh no,
Who are you?
oh no.
What do you think you're doing?
So this is when Mordegan gets into King Carnelian. Oh
Your Majesty!
Erwin, is that you? What happened? Is everyone safe?
You're all right. Thank goodness. Jade's with Eleanor and the Wee One, Your Majesty. They made it safely out of the castle.
I see. Good. Very good. I shall send my forces after them.
Your Majesty...
What?
What do you...
So yeah, so this is basically the beginning of all the story. And that's why King Erwin is so annoyed. He's in despair.
The
Up until
bloodline
now.
of the Luminary ends here. Today.
King Carnelian? Your Majesty? Sire.
Oh, it is so hungry.
Forgive me. I was unable to find you. I thank the heavens that you are unhurt. King Erwin, what has happened here?
I had no choice. He came at me in a frenzy. Queen Eleanor has absconded with the Luminary, and with my daughter.
Surely not. Whatever would possess them to commit such acts?
The birth of the child has put them both under great pressure. It has also caused the coming of the monsters, the loss of countless lives. Perhaps the coming of the Luminary does bring darkness in its wake. After all, without him, this tragedy would never have come to pass. Yes!
Mordegan.
I see now. He is not our savior. He is the harbinger of the night to come. The child of evil. The dark spawn. He must be found and dealt with. The peace of Erdrea must not be permitted to collapse. Find him. Leave no stone unturned.
Sire.
All the misunderstanding begins.
No. He is no harbinger of darkness.
He is the
Oh,
luminary,
Diddy. Thank you, Diddy.
the savior. Someone, please. King Carnelian must be stopped, or the world will be plunged into darkness. Eleanor, please, forgive me. I was too weak.
I am the Gloomnivore. I devour despair, and this one's misery is just exquisite. Which is why I've been drawing out his torture for all these years. But even the most fabulous feasts must come to an end. It is time to move on to the next course. How does your despair compare, I wonder? Hold still while I sample its delights. Give yourself to misery. Let anguish consume you. This is your most painful memory. The darkest, tenderest recess of your soul. Yes. Your powers were stolen and used to give birth to a monster. You could not protect your friends. You could not save the world. What kind of hero are you? Pathetic. Wallow in it. Marinate yourself in misery. Yes. My mouth begins to water.
Can you hear me? Please, you must listen. There is a light inside you that can never be extinguished. It is waiting, biding its time, but it is there. And when it shines forth, it will illuminate the world. Now is that time. You are the luminary. You must conquer the darkness. You must shine.
This light is...
What's happening?
I think we will have the power of the luminary back.
You're back with us, laddie. Are you all right?
This light, disgusting. It blinds me. It fills my mouth. It tastes of hope.
This is the beast responsible for King Erwin's suffering. We must defeat it and lift His Majesty's curse.
Yes. Okay, let's do this, guys. Finally, we did it. It's a tough battle, but we managed to deal with it, so that's great. We saved my father! Here he is.
Where am I? Wait. Those eyes. I'd know them anywhere. Son. Is it really you?
Yes.
It was you who saved me, wasn't it?
Gathering.
Erwin, you're back. You're back to your old self at last.
Eleanor?
Our son has freed you. Despair
the voice
no
from the
longer
dream.
holds you captive. You are free to
She
join
is
me after
the hero's
all
mother.
these years.
I am, my love. I am.
dear son, my darling boy, many hardships await you, many trials lie ahead, but you must not stray from your path. You must not falter. Let the light of hope, the light inside you, be your guide. And remember, we will always watch over you. Farewell, my darling. I love you so much.
Oh, I love you too, Mother.
Goodbye, my little one. Goodbye, Erwin. I hope both of you find peace at last.
Honey, your hand!
The mark, it's glowing again. Your powers, they're back!
The luminary is restored to us, and all thanks to his honored parents.
Guys, it has been an interesting journey with Dragon Quest, but sadly, I think I need to end the video here and continue the next journey with you in the next video. So, see you guys, bye bye!